Welcome to Prague, the beautiful city in the Czech Republic. And thanks for tuning in and joining me for my drive of the virtual world. Prague, of course, is the capital of the Czech Republic and one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to in my life. And if you have been to Prague, you will remember it for the rest of your life. But one of the things I don't remember about Prague is that it's having a racetrack. Well, of course, that is not true in real life, but it is true in Assetto Corsa. I found this track by mistake, by searching YouTube for new tracks or interesting places to drive, and I came across the video of a user called Esprit3905. I am not sure if he is the one that converted this track from Forza Motorsports game, the Xbox version, to Assetto Corsa. It's not on me to decide if it is legit to do so, to convert tracks from console games to Assetto Corsa. But all I can say is that this is a beautiful piece of art. It is beautifully done, and the track is an artwork of its own. All the famous sights of the city can be seen, from the huge Prague castle district, which is in fact the biggest castle of the world, to the absolutely breathtaking Charles Bridge. We will pass this one in a few seconds. And the absolutely beautiful Old Town Square with the medieval astronomical clock, and the Jewish quarter with their old houses and shops. Absolutely worth seeing. If you ever come to Prague, you will never forget it. And of course, some of these sites are here on the racetrack. Of course, these are real roads, not a racetrack in real life, of course, but somebody came up with a great idea to convert this into a racetrack for you to enjoy or cruise along or have a race with your friends, whatever. We are now approaching the city center of Prague. You see that it is sometimes hard to follow the track, but I didn't manage to have an off-track here, so you will learn where to go if you do a few laps here. Now we are on the breathtaking Charles Bridge. We will pass this one or two more times for you to see. There are a lot of cobblestones in the city and tram tracks that give a lot of bumpiness and less grip than the normal asphalt, but of course all this adds to the atmosphere of this beautiful track. And I think this track is not built to do the absolute fastest lap, but rather to experience one of the most beautiful cities of the world, I think. After finishing the onboard drive, you see here, you will have another couple of laps in the TV view to have an even better view around the city. A couple of ships are anchored on the banks of the Vltava river here. We now come to the higher part of the city. I remember going here by bus and seeing some impressive villas. While the city center of Prague is quite flat, the outskirts of the city are quite hilly. As you can see here, beautiful view over the city and the river. And as you can see, the creator of the track has done some interesting corners here with a slight banking and some interesting braking points. I can tell you, you can do a couple of laps here and never get bored with this track. Very interesting corner combinations. You can see quite a lot of my own skid marks from laps before. And if you get familiar with the track, you will find not only tenths of a second, but you will find a lot of seconds. And now we approach the city center once more. Have a look at that, just beautiful. And now another go over the Charles Bridge. Absolutely breathtaking to visit this in the evening when the sun goes down. Absolutely mystic place. And due to the beauty of sim racing, we are able to see this and experience this. And I'm amazed, like so often, to see what is possible in Assetto Corsa and in other sims. I have the feeling I never will get bored driving through tracks, through cities like this. You see the advertising banners beside the streets. They tell you where this track comes from. Forza Motorsports, they are the original creators of this track. But so beautiful to have it now in Assetto Corsa. Slight drift here. Normally I should go slower to have a better view on the beautiful city, but I try to go as fast as possible. There are 4 versions to drive. Here this is the normal version. You can do the reverse, which I have done with a TV view camera you see later. And you have 2 short versions. The normal short version and the reverse short version. Have a look at this view, isn't it beautiful? Lovely flow of the corners with a slight banking here. Beautiful to drive. And this here is the hardest corner to brake and to get correct, because if you come on the tram tracks you will lose a lot of grip. I suggest you are using one of the slower cars in your garage to enjoy this track. And now we have the TV view reverse track. Luckily we have a beautiful sunny day, beautiful warm weather, 26 degrees. And what better car to take around this beautiful city than my Alfa Giulia. I would be very interested to see which car you choose for your cruise around Prague. Maybe you'll tell me in the comments below. Now we go over the Charles Bridge once more. Have a look at that. Isn't that breathtaking? Just amazing scenery there. All the changing light and the shadows around the track here make it quite challenging for the eyes. And I can only imagine how great this looks in VR. Maybe you drive it in VR and can describe your thoughts on this in the comments too. I'm only driving on a single monitor, but I'm sure if you can experience this in VR, it is even more amazing and breathtaking. There you go up the hill now again, which looks quite different the other way around, and this corner is quite difficult in the reverse direction. It was much easier in the normal direction. But the uphill section is not too difficult. You can learn it quite well. And it has a great flow to it here. As you can see here, very wide. Good overtaking options here. and again passing the banks of the river. I remember when I came to Prague as a young man, this country was still behind the Iron Curtain, which of course added to the adventure of visiting this place. But I really love to go there again and experience it now as a free democratic country, which it is of course after the so-called Velvet Revolution in 1989 and the following dissolution of Czechoslovakia, which led to the creation of two new countries. One is Slovakia and the other one is the Czech Republic, of which Prague is the capital, of course. So much for the history as we pass the Charles Bridge once again. You can feel all the cobblestones in your steering wheel rattling away. And I wish I could park the car somewhere here beside the street, sit in the sun, have a cold beer. The Czech beer tradition, of course, is very well known. The city of Pilsen, where the name Pilsener is coming from, is not far away here. And I remember they have quite some strong beers here too. And after enjoying these, I guess it is the best idea to leave your car keys in the pocket and have a walk home to your hotel room. And while you're on the way, you probably want to enjoy the traditional Czech sweet. I'm not trying to pronounce that now, but you find a lot of tasty sweets and other foods while exploring the city by foot. And I'm sure if you have done a couple of laps of this track in this beautiful city with your car, I'm sure you want to come here someday and see the real thing. I hope you have enjoyed our little vacation here. I'm really curious to know what you think about the video, about the track. And I hope you join me for the next episode of Driving the Virtual World, where we discover some more interesting tracks and places and venues that we can race with our little Alfa Giulia. So for now, I hope you have a great time, and I see you the next time. Bye bye!